Hey guys, it's Joshy here, and I'm back with another Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon theme team. So it's been a little bit since I got my last theme team out, but this one is actually from a long time ago request, and I finally got to it. This is for Flag, and this is a Sonic Heroes theme team. So it's Team Rose and Chaotix. I'll explain who each person is as we go, but I'll get there when I get there. Now, there is one Pokemon in this who doesn't get to be seen as much, and I will explain its set when it does get seen, but there will be showing up in other battles. So anyway, the first one's against Lucy. She led off with a Glaceon, I led off with my Ledian, and I was actually really happy with this. And then, so she goes to the Ice Beam. I know it's going to be super effective, but I was actually surprised at how much damage it did. Then I realised she's got a Life Orb, and I'm like, fair enough, that sucks. Because I am a max HP, a max Special Defense Ledian. I have Attract, Toxic, Infestation, and Roost. Now, if you can get this off on the right Pokemon, you can actually take some pretty good hits being a Ledian with such a high special defense, base 110 I believe, so it's not bad. So anyway, she swaps into Clang. I went for the Toxic, didn't work, and I thought, oh well, I'm going to go for the Infestation. I'm not sure what she's running, but I should be able to live a hit, and then I can see what she's doing, because I'm expecting a slow or, a defensive Pokemon seeing a Clang. So it goes for the Charge Beam, does minimal, and doesn't get the boost. So I thought, well, we could wear this thing down, and I can easily heal it. So I thought I'll go for another Infestation. I am faster, which does allow me that freedom of healing before I get taken out. She goes for another Charge Beam. I'm like, okay, missing is exactly what I would like right now. But doesn't miss, but doesn't get the boosts as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. The only problem is I'm not quite doing enough damage output to take it out before it's released from Infestation. So anyway, I went for a Roost, got my HP back, and continued on. So this time she went for the Flash Cannon. I was not happy with the difference in damage, but I didn't get the drop either because I didn't want a special defense drop. Now, in this, where is it? Ledian, sorry, is Charmy B, the character Charmy B. I can't say I know these all well, so I will be saying them, but I didn't want to nickname them as well, because then later they don't make exact sense when I pull them out against other people, and sometimes I like to tweak a set a little bit or change it, and then reuse that as a separate Pokemon for a different theme team, which I don't do that often, but so often I do like to with different moves or different ideas I have that work with the same nature and that. So this was a set I really wanted to see pull off and work more often, but it is a bit harder. Probably not my favourite set on the team, but trying to give Ledian some light and probably using it in most likely the best way. And it wouldn't be the worst late game if you came in against something that had special attack base. So anyway, I'm going to swap into my Kecleon here because this thing's doing too much damage at this stage, and I expected it to swap out anyway. So this Kecleon is Espio the Chameleon, and so I was like, what type of set do I want to run? Now I thought, you know what, I'm going to run an Assault Vested Physical Kecleon. Now I'm all physical output obviously if I'm Assault Vested. I am Fake Out, Power Up Punch, then because obviously I've got color change, so that way I change, and then get the stab boost, but then I'm running Sucker Punch and Shadow Sneak. Now, Shadow Sneak is a great one to carry against anyone who comes in. If you haven't shown it yet, they may be going for a fighting move against, because, you got Fake Out or you've got Sucker Punch, both of which, if hit, will make you weak against fighting moves. So carrying that Shadow Sneak can really make you, easy to avoid getting hit. So anyway, I'm not enjoying damage at the moment, but I'm glad it's asleep. It's going to wake up now. Outspeeds me, of course. Now, I could have gone for a Sucker Punch. Obviously, if it's waking up, I didn't know if it'd go for a rest or not, but it's going to drop my special defense. But I knew I could give a decent amount of damage here, and I should be able to take it out with a Power-Up Punch, which I do, which then gives me a bit of a lead. Now, this team wasn't the easiest to get battles with either, because one Pokemon stretched the tiering right up to UU, while everyone else sat low, so it took some time, and some Pokemon, depending on the team people bought, and yeah. So anyway, here I'm going to reveal the Sucker Punch. I'm going to outspeed the Wingull because the Sucker Punch, oddly enough, don't kill it there, and it didn't even have to have a bloody, Focus Sash live, so I was really surprised with that one. Must be an Eviolite set. And she's going to swap into Felicity, which I'm not sure she expected that that Shadow Sneak, but it stuffed me over because I didn't get to do damage. So anyway, she's now going to withdraw and swap into Snubble, expecting probably a Sucker Punch or something like that. So she thought she'd get the Intimidate off, although I expected the possibility of a swap or not, but I was hoping to live, so I just went for the Power Up Punch, hoping that I could take this thing out. But, the swap, obviously this thing was Delcatty, now it's Snubble. But now I thought, oh well, I have a chance to go for the Shadow Sneak. This will put me up. If this thing's going to pull out like a close combat or something after it lives, I'd rather do that. Plus, obviously, it's not very effective. And Snubble's going down. So yeah, not too much. So Glaceon's going to come out now, and I thought, okay, well I am Assault Vested, but I have had that Spadef drop, so we'll have to wait and see. I went for the Sucker Punch, expecting to be able to hit. I was, if you're Life Orbed, I'm assuming you're going to attack. Unfortunately, I do not kill there. I'm going to get hit with the Ice Beam. That is enough to take out Kecleon, but lucky for me, the Life Orb is enough to take out Glaceon. So I'm like, sweet, that thing is down. So now she's going to bring back out Felicity. She's actually brought out most of her team and she's only got 3 left while I've got 4. I thought, let's bring in my Baneri. So this Baneri is the Cream the Rabbit. I really do like this set. This is a Fake Out, Power Up Punch, Last Resort set. The only major problem I had here was that because I got faked out, that I can't use Fake Out legitimately now, and I need to use Fake Out to be able to use Last Resort. So yeah. So anyway, Felicity uses, Z Thunderwave there because of thanks to Z Metronome, which was great because I was able to avoid getting that because I thought I'm going to go for a Limber. It's probably the best working one, ability for me right now. So the only other thing is I do have a Focus Sash, but again, it's not going to matter. So this time Assist gets something decent and takes me out. So I thought, time to bring in my Wigglytuff. So Wigglytuff is Amy Rose, and is probably my favourite set of Wigglytuff I've ever used, because I really liked it, and it's probably one of the most viable. Gets Thunder Wave again, of course you do. Anyway, so I'm paralysed, but this is a really interesting set. So this is a Stockpile, Protect, Wish, Spit Up set. So it can really be, look, I believe max HP, max defense, or it might be max HP, most defense, and a little bit of Spadef. But I am actually weakest on the defensive side, so I made sure I put some investment in there. So I can live most hits if they're not super effective. I mean, look, these are doing minimal. I'm now getting my stockpile up, and once I get to level 3 stockpile, I can't remember the base power of a Spit Up, but it's actually quite high, and it also, though, is Stab, because I'm a Fairy normal type. So I really enjoy that. Now, if anyone's confused, he's obviously got Normalize, this Felicity, Delcatty, which is the ability that turns any move to a normal type move, so that's why I was able to be hit. Now, after doing minimal damage, she's going to swap into Wingull here, which is actually a really good idea, because not only is Wingull going to get to attack first, Wingull actually is dead anyway next hit, so if I have to be sacked off and then something else can come in and take advantage of having the Spit Up gone, that works, but, I'm going to be paralysed, and I'm like, oh my gosh, can I stop this? Now, if you've noticed, as I said, I sped up Wigglytuff's section just because, Wigglytuff's taking its time, which I'm happy with. That's the design set, and it's not a rush through, Glass Cannon Sweeper. It takes its time. So anyway, I'm still getting scolded, doing minimal. I'm going to go for the Spit Up because I want to take out this Wingull. I'm going to go back down to natural defenses, and I'm going to lose my stockpile effect. So I'm going to have to reset that up if I want anything to go. So Felicity's coming back in, expecting a Fake Out, as you'd expect. If it's got it, use it. Does minimal, but, I've got lefties as well, so that's going to keep recovering. So it really depends what we're going to see here from this. So it's going to go for Sunny Day, thanks to Assist. I love the move Assist. It can be such a fun move to muck around with. So anyway, I am going to start my stockpiling. I am planning on getting right up, spitting out, and killing you again. And I've actually had some battles where Wigglytuff took out 3 or 4. Like, they weren't as enjoyable or worked well as this, so I didn't include them, but it was really cool. So my stockpile, I'm just like, can I take him out with 2? Do I need 3? Do I need to recover? That was the whole thing though with Wigglytuff. Generally, if I want to play super strict and not try and rush it, I really, really should just make sure I'm at 3 before I do anything. But I thought 2 would be enough, and I was correct. So Delcatty's going down, but my SPDEF and defense are dropping, and yeah. So now I've got to work with this. So, going to bring out her last one, which is Pedally. Is it Pedally? Let me see. Petties, sorry. Like pedal, I believe. Petties. I like it. Goes for a growth because the sunlight's still up, so it's +2 in attack and special attack. So I was like, I wonder what it's running. Then it's burnt, and I'm like, oh, interesting. So now it's going to go for the facade. It's going to do a lot of damage because it's burnt, but I'm surprised it's running with a flame orb. So I was like, oh well, doesn't matter. Get a little bit of recovery. Now I'm like, should I go for protect? Should I not? We'll see. So I thought I will go for protect. I'll get that little damage back. See what I can do if I can pull off the rest of this with Wigglytuff. That would be pretty cool. And the fact that it's burnt, losing more and more. So now it's going to go for a facade. I am, dead. Simple as that. So I thought, let's bring back in Ladian. I think I can get one decent hit off. Infestation and end-turn infestation. I should be able to do a bit. But I'm hoping to outspeed, which I do. So I thought, let's get the attract off. If I can get an attract off, this thing may not be attacking, so I can finish it off with Ledian. I was wrong. Gets through, uses facade, and Ledian is, going to go down. Pretty much. Or exactly, anyway. So, I've got 2 left, and I expect I'll do alright. So I thought, I'm going to bring in my Snorlax. Now, I really, really like this Snorlax. Snorlax is our Big the Cat. So, now I could have gone for other things, but I thought with Snorlax, I know the guy at the back can actually take this out. So I thought with Snorlax, I'm just going to go for Metronome until I either take it out or I die. I'm happy to die if there is some hilarious Metronomes. And by hilarious, they could be really bad. So, I was like, let's see what we get this time. And I got extra sensory, so I cross-chopped an extra sensory, not too bad. I'll explain this set soon. And Pedally's going to go down. So sorry Lucy, is going to go down, and I win that one 1-0. So again, pretty happy with that one. Now, next one is against Sarge. Now, this one was probably this was much better. But still didn't get to show off my last Pokemon to the full potential, but I will get there. So anyway, we're going to both lead off with Snorlax, which is really cool and interesting. Now, my Snorlax set took me a while to breed because I had to get the right stuff working, because I had to have him start as a Munchlax, because I have Work Up, Rest, Sleep Talk, and Metronome. But I was like, I don't want to do Metronome yet. I want to rather get, some boosts up. And my investment is all defensive and HP, so I do take things pretty well. And after a workup 2 or even 3 or 4, I start giving output of damage more than I usually would. So I don't have to stress about that, I just have to stress about surviving. The other thing is I do made sure I had the ability Thick Fat. Reason being, I thought, well, if I have Rest, I know I can heal poisons and all that off. But if I have Thick Fat, any fire or ice Pokemon is going to be outlaying less damage. Or a fire and ice type move, if not. So he's doing minimal damage. I thought I'm going to go for the Metronome. I'm going to, go for whatever. I get Needle Arm, so I'm like, sweet, that should do alright damage. We do almost half, so I'm like, okay, we can do this. And then, I was like, I'm probably going to have to rest next turn, but we'll see. Let's see what I get with Metronome. And I get Water Shuriken. I was like, okay, not too bad. Let's see how much damage this does. And I was like, quite minimal. I was like, oh well, let's just hit 5 times. Then it's going to be worth it. And I was like, holy crap, we still hit 4. I am happy with that. Then Sarge is going to go for a rest. I'm like, oh, well, that's what I was going to do. And I wish I didn't think about going to sleep yet, because if he went to sleep and I didn't, then I could have, got some work done. But, a couple more workups than that. But then we pop the Chesto, as you can see, and he's back awake. So I'm not carrying the Chesto Berry, but I'm happy carrying Wake Up. So anyway, opponent Snorlax, I should say, is going for a Psychic. I'm going to take minimal damage, and I was starting to get a little worried at this stage, because now I thought, oh well, I'll go for Sleep Talk, see what happens. I get Work Up, and I'm like, sweet. This Snorlax wants to be uber powerful. So, next round, obviously I'm going for Sleep Talk, and Sarge just had enough. Sarge is planning on swapping into Electivire. I'm like, okay, well this thing will outspeed me. It's going to have decent damage output, but we'll see how much it does, simply because I'm defensives. So anyway, I get another workup. I'm like, oh my god, can we just get an attack, please? We can take this out. Just get me an attack. You're what, +4 now in attack and special attack? And then he's going to pull out the C move. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? First off, it's Electrium C. So I'm like, there's a chance I'm going to survive this. I don't know if it's physical or special or what, but I want to survive and get a good hit off. So anyway, I'm like, big bolt of zappies coming my way, hits my Snorlax, does a lot of damage, but nowhere near as much as I needed to worry about. So I thought I'll go for another Metronome. Let's get an attack now. I get Vice Grip, not too bad, could be better. Does lovely large damage for a Vice Grip. Unfortunately leaves him just alive if I had a slightly stronger move. He's going to go for the Wild Charge. Snorlax is going down, but so is Electivire. And then, we're doing okay. So 1 for 1. And then I thought, let's send in Bunnery. I was tossing and turning with this one. I was like, who do I want to send in? Who do I want? I don't know. I was like, actually no, Bunnery. Now, he sent out his Pidgeot, sorry, and that didn't really work out, so he straight away swaps. That means my fake out doesn't work as well as I want, but we can work with that. So I go for a power up punch, get that boost. I'm like, sweet. And then, I was like, let's see what he goes for. And then he pulls out the Hyper Beam. I'm like, yes, that actually works. Fantastic for Baneri. Because not only am I going to survive, but I am now able to hopefully take out more than just this. So, excuse me. So now, I'm able to go for the Power Up Punch. I thought I can take this out with another Power Up Punch, I think, and I was correct. So now, I'm pretty darn good. I'm just hoping whatever comes in is slower than me. And then he brings in Charizard. I'm like, probably not. If he is last resort, it's going to do some good damage. If, he is faster, not slower, then I'm going to be taken out. And, guys, I was taken out. So then I was like, well, let's bring in Ledian. I'm sure this thing is special, so I'd like to see how special and how well I resist things. And then he ends up swapping and brings out his Venusaur. I'm like, I'm not sure what you were expecting, but yeah. So at least I went for the Attract. I thought at least this thing can fall in love with me. I'm like, stay in. It does not stay in. Rude. But whatever he's swapping into is about to get trapped. So it is Pidgeot. And I'm like, okay, well, kind of the one Pokemon I don't want to verse at the moment on your team. I'm actually much happier versing the Charizard, but okay. So anyway, he's going to go for his Sky Attack. Annoyed enough at this Baneri, so he's going to Sky Attack me, and I just said Baneri, sorry, Ledian. I'm going to get Sky Attack because of the Power Herb, and I'm going down. So, I lost another one. We're 2 for 3, but, you don't know what else can be pulled out. So, Kecleon's turn again. I didn't really think. I was like, oh, actually, is this a smart idea? He's actually physical, but a Power Up Punch and a Fake Out should do some good work. So, Fake Out first turn, all good. He's actually going to go for the Tailwind, so I was like, okay, he's hoping to speed up other Pokemon in his team. I can appreciate that. Go for the Power Up Punch, get the boost. I'm like, now, if this thing has anything other than Sky Attack, I'm going to get hit. If it only has Sky Attack, I'm going to assume it's going to move back, and then I'll do it. But either way, I actually forgot I had Sucker Punch then, and I can do that one. So that is enough to take out the Pidgeot. So again, one of the MVPs would be Kecleon. So anyway, Venusaur is back out, and I've got to work with this. So I was like, what do I go for? Nah, I don't think it's going to attack. I was expecting Seed Power, Toxic, Seed Power, Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, or Toxic, and I was correct with one of them. So it was probably not the worst position change, but I would have liked to have gotten a a Power Up Punch on. But this time I will get it on you. This silly Venusaur. And does okay damage, but the attack boost is what really matters. And now, you know, I was like, let's see, am I back asleep? Am I not? I'm assuming that's the plan, but I am, and I can work with that. But I'm like, just wake up. I just want to do some good damage with you. Now, this Kecleon set is Hypnosis, Fake Out, Sucker Punch, and Shadow Sneak. Did I say Power Up Punch at the start? I hope I did. I'm losing it at this stage. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, I'm still asleep, and he's doing minimal damage, but I'm like, just wake up. I think he may have figured out that I am Assault Vested, so he has to physically attack me, and this Venusaur could be one of the last with real strong physical attacks. So, on in the team. So I'm going to go for another Sucker Punch, hoping that he didn't change to a sleep pattern, hoping I'd wake up. Does a huge chunk, goes for the Earthquake, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this, because I'm dead. And I was like, that's alright, that's alright. I still have 2 left. She has, 3 left, but we can work with this. So now I'm going to bring out Crocodile, who is the last member of the team who hasn't been pulled out yet, and that is Vector the Crocodile. So this is a Darkium Z for not for alligator, Crocodile, but a bit interesting with this one. We're a special Crocodile, and with modest max special attack, we actually have alright special attack and max speed. Now I am Darkium Z, Dark Z Crystal, Darkium Z on Taunt, I think it is. So that way I up my speed. And up my special attack. It's Embargo. I have Taunt, I believe, but it's Z Embargo because that ups my speed. Ups my special attack, so that way I'm doing a lot more damage and I'm naturally fast. But in this one, I didn't want that. I just wanted to go for the Black Hole Eclipse off Dark Pulse because I get Earth Power and Dark Pulse. Yay! And take this thing out as soon as possible because I'm a little bit worried about it. But it's gonna live. Goes for the waterfall. I'm like, am I dead? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm dead. So I can still get another attack off though. That was what surprised me. Didn't quite take me out. Gonna swap into his Charizard, hoping I would go for a ground move. But I actually went just for the Dark Pulse in case this exact moment happened. So I do around half. I'm like, that's good. But someone's got to die here, and that unfortunately is Crocodile. So I have one more left, guys, as you would know, is my Wiggly. So I'm like, let's see how well Wiggly can do. So anyway, he's going to go for the Air Slash. I'm like, don't flinch, don't flinch, don't flinch. I don't, thank Lord. And it did about around a third, so I'm hoping one stockpile will push him back to at least, doing a quarter at most. So I thought I'm going to go for Protect. I just want a little bit more HP before I get, smashed. And so I'm like, okay, well now let's go for another one. I also have to try and balance using my recovery. So I'm going to go for Stockpile. That is Stockpile 2, so now I'm more defensive and more HP. But, not HP, sorry, just more defenses. I don't know where I got more HP. I meant more stockpile levels so I can do more. I went for Protect. Didn't really work thanks to the swap, but as I said, I was after more of that boost. So I thought, go for another Protect. I just want more HP back. I don't want to waste time. Well, I mean, I don't want to waste time on purpose of wasting time. So anyway, now he's going to go for a Waterfall. I am not attacking because I am going to Stockpile one more time to get up to 3. So that way I am able to spit up and, yeah, take out as long as I can. So I thought one more Protect. We've got, I believe, did I go for Wish? I think I did. As I said, really losing it today. So go for the Protect now. I didn't. Must have gone for Roost. He's going to go for a Waterfall. Does minimal damage. There's the Wish. Excuse me. And yeah. So this is really cool set, as I said. So I'm just hoping that I can do what I need to do. So I'm getting my Wish back. I'm full HP. So now I'm confident to go for a Spit Up because he shouldn't be doing too much damage with Waterfall. But I flinch, and I was like, okay, well, still not much damage, so as long as he does the same and I don't flinch, I'm happy. So, goes for another one. I don't flinch, but I did go for another Wish. Now, that was not a mistake. I was a little scared that Charizard might have something that's super strong, so the more HP I have, the better. Swaps into Charizard. I Spit Up this turn. I'm guessing someone predicted a Protect. Didn't happen. And my defense is going to fall, but now I can't be paralyzed. Or, sorry. That was last match, not this one. I was going to say now I can't be paralyzed, put to sleep, but also Venusaur's dead. So I'm just hoping not to get flinched. I don't get a stockpile off now, and now I'm like, okay, well, I'm getting closer to invincible. That's the main thing, you know, keep ascending till we reach the level of God, which Wigglytuff's pretty much at. So anyway, I'm hoping for no flinch, and I'm like, okay, is 2 enough? Is it not enough? Should I recover? You know, I've got 1 turn if I spit up and don't kill him. So he goes for another waterfall. I'm like, okay, not too bad. Let's go for a 3rd stockpile. We now are at 3, so now it came down to deciding what to do. And this can be always a hard part. So anyway, excuse me, he's going to go for the waterfall. Going to do alright damage. Actually gets a crit. Takes me down to 9. I was like, shit, I can't believe that. But I am lucky enough, thanks to General Wiggly Bulk, to live that waterfall and take that guy out there. So I was like, thank Lord I did that, because that was looking pretty darn scary. So if you guys did enjoy that, then please do, I think spit up on that like button, because Wigglytuff did amazing. Don't forget Discord, Twitch and Twitter is linked below. Both Discord and Twitch are where I do most of my battles. I think both these were off a Twitch stream for a while ago. Don't forget as well to use the comment section. I love hearing from you guys there, whether you battled me and, you know, or didn't, or you watch one of these battles, or if you want to put a comment out for Sarge or Lucy, then that's fine too. And finally guys, if you want to keep up to date with things like this that I do, or other games as well, then the sub button is there and that'll do it for you. But anyway guys, until my next video, I'll see ya.